underway in Buffalo. And he returns this to the 22. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their electrifying signal caller, the former Virginia Tech Hokie, Michael Vick.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Vick to throw it. Open man, it's the longtime Dolphin, Mark Clayton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Vick with the incompletion there on third down.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
This returnable for Cup. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in the 2001 draft. He's been around a while. The lefty, Michael Vick.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of the team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle doesn't make him play.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Up the gut, McCaffrey. There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 47 yards. And the Bills will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Raiders. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got him. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. They're calling luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
And they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Vick operating on first down. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The throw on second down from Vick, incomplete.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Pass taken in by his big tight end. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. They show run with three tight ends here on first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. They'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he was able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field, all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Now, before we get to our next drive, oh my goodness, folks, the big one is coming. No, not the Super Bowl, but the $1 million Madden Bowl, the crown jewel of the Madden Championship Series. Our friend RG says you're not going to want to miss this one. It streams live January 30th, 31st, up through the final on February 1. Tune into the EA Madden NFL Twitch channel, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 on the West Coast, as we find out who is this year's best of the best. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the Raiders first down.
On play action, Vick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second down and 6 now. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 116 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown Bills. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. Breaks through the contact. The Raiders now set to get the football back. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Vick will look to throw on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
The good signal calls will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Michael Vick. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Kupp now on the return. Pushing his way through. He's still barreling through. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have herded him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up. And McCaffrey working his way in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. Carlson on for the PAT. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. 5 carries on the previous series, and the 5th one, the 1-yard punch into the end zone.
Yeah, he showed the muscle, didn't he? He showed that getting into the end zone. You know what I think he'd like on this next series?
Another one?
Another 5 or more carries like that. Continue to chew things up. But I bet he'd like a nice long run into the end zone to show off the rest of his talents.
Yeah, I also like, by the way, when you're demonstrating things like you were saying, he showed off the muscle. You're actually up here flexing.
I was flexing. I'm just glad that people can't see that there's not much flex there.
Oh, come on. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A little juke. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 189 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. This is McCaffrey on the give. Stops short of the 25, and that second effort got him a couple extra. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's McCaffrey. Powering his way forward. But he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 27 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Flush to his right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Sanders has it over the middle. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. This one caught by Kittle. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line.
Hey, no, I'm not lying. Smash.
To throw, Vick.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
It'll be Vick once more.
And that's another play that's painting the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's Vick. And that one too wide and incomplete. Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Steps away to his left. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end, not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Despite the late lead, Vick's going to throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a play fake. Now Vick. And the Raiders have got him. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Vick goes play action. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play here for Buffalo. yards. Vick on the bootleg. Out to his left. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this guy.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading them out will be the four-time Pro Bowler, the 2010 Comeback Player of the Year. At quarterback, it's the dynamic Michael Vick.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets an example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's going to be stepped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Vick now.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Champ Bailey. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their electrifying signal caller, the former Virginia Tech Hokie, Michael Vick.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Vick's throw taken in by Adams. He's into space past the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devontae Adams, 57 yards. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs, when necessary, to help get him out of trouble.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
No, I'm not right.
Play action now, Vick.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill.
And now look at
at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown, Bills! Michael Vick with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that way.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That stop made by Jack Campbell. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8. Here's Vick. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they put it on the carpet. And the first one they lost. Good news here, doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Catch is made by Metcalf. He'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And this is caught for the Bills touchdown. Michael Vick, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll try and run for it with Sanders, but he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Off the play fake, Vick. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Vick readies to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A big play here for Buffalo, 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Michael Vick. And the Bills are able to widen their lead here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd down, Vick out of the gun. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Vick operating on 1st down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd down, Vick. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be the final play of the half. Vick. And his throw here's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On play action, Vick. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Michael Vick. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Vick will look to throw on first down. Got Dobbs over the middle. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing, Vick. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Here's Michael Vick. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll throw again. Here's Vick. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
On third down, Vic. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Oh, he stays up. Now he'll escape to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now in Buffalo. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, Vic. He hits Adams complete. And running with power here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, you know, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it is 42-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
A first down throw coming for Vic. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Vic's throw finds its target, Dobbs.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
It'll be Vic once more.
Completes it again to Dobbs.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Drop 50, drop 50.
Vic to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Vic now. This is the tight end, Njoku.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here we go. Set.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Left side here to Sanders. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Vick loses the football. It's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 38-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Vick with the incompletion on 1st down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Vick goes play action. He'll buy some time right. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics.